I haven't met too many law firm principals who are against their staff contributing to the law firm's marketing efforts. In fact, many law firms attempt to encourage their people to produce articles or develop content or do things. The challenge is that that messaging of encouragement seems to be contradicted on a daily basis by the actual prioritization that the law firms have for their staff members. And that leads to needing to actually make a decision. So this one's for you law firm owners, and it's something to think about. So let's get into it. My name is Chris Hargraves. I am from Known, Liked and Trusted, where I help law firms and lawyers develop and execute their marketing strategies. And today I'm going to have a chat about the mixed messaging from law firm partners to their more junior staff. So at a certain point during your legal career, you get encouraged to embrace marketing as a larger part of your time investment. This is sometimes through direct encouragement. Hey, could you please write an article? Hey, why don't you come to this lunch or this coffee or meet this person or do this thing? Sometimes it is through indirect encouragement. Perhaps there is a documented promotion strategy, and in one of those documented points somewhere along the way, the M word or the business development phraseology starts to encroach, saying that there is an expectation that you will contribute to the law firm's marketing effort. And that's not too surprising because, of course, in order to make partner in most law firms, you need to have a certain book of business or at least the ability to bring one. And that, generally speaking, involves either unbelievable luck, someone retiring and just handing you their entire client base and those clients actually wanting to work with you, or you actually doing some marketing. So that's to be expected. The problem, though, is this. While the law firm partners, at least out loud, will encourage people to do this kind of thing, the unspoken sometimes, or spoken some other times, focus and priority for most non-partner staff, even those aspiring to partnership, is that billable work takes priority over non-billable work. And as I think most law firm owners would attest, the problem is that if you have a firm that is doing well and is busy, what you have actually done in sending that signal, in making that message, is stifle the opportunities for your senior lawyers to take that next step and to start to market their services effectively, because they always have more billable work to be doing. So when precisely are they supposed to take up that invitation to have more of a marketing impact on the firm? Are they supposed to set their alarm for 11:59 p.m. and sort of do 2 hours in the wee hours of the morning of their marketing efforts? There aren't a lot of calls that can be made during that period that will be successful unless you happen to have an overseas practice with a good time zone differential. So how do we come around this and try and meet both needs? Because of course at this point, these lawyers are your better producers. These are your safe pairs of hands. They are doing good work. They know their areas of law well. You can trust them to deliver a good product that requires either no or minimal input from you. And so they are valuable contributors to the bottom line, and you don't want to lose that necessarily. At the same time, if you are not looking after their desire for advancement or giving them opportunities to actually exercise and build their marketing muscles, you are going to find that ultimately they are going to stagnate because they just can't figure out how they are supposed to do these things. So there is no real, exact, precise, across the board answer to this particular question, but you need to be honest enough to have a conversation with those people to say, look, we value your contribution, but we also value your future. Let us work together to have this conversation so that you can be doing the things now that are going to be useful for you in 1, 2, 3, 5 years when you start walking into our office saying, hey, I want a piece of this business. if you don't have that conversation early enough on with the people who are hungry for that kind of advancement, you're going to find those people will become disillusioned very quickly. Because on the one hand, you're saying, hey, we encourage everyone to get into marketing. But on the other hand, you're saying, actually, no, you just always need to be doing work that isn't marketing as long as you are working, because there's more of that to be done. And that is the priority. So you need to be honest about the discussion is really the only piece of advice I can usefully give you. You also need to be honest enough to say to your staff that if your desire for them at their stage of their career is to focus on the billable work and build their skills, then, tell them that. Say, look, we love what you're doing. We value your contribution. This won't hurt your future career prospects because we have other priorities that we think are going to be good for you. And you are the kind of person we need in terms of a technical operator who's delivering work. And we are a firm who has decided that it is not 100% mandatory for our partners to necessarily have that marketing impetus. We have a space and a value that we can place upon a partner who is a technical operator, and we think you're a perfect fit for that. Now, you might not have all of those things you can say, but that is something that is available. Law firms are becoming more flexible, especially the smaller firms. But by and large, it's not necessarily a one-size-fits-all proposition at the moment. You need to consider what your business needs are. But the other thing is this. Be creative about what marketing these people could do. They don't need to do the same kind of marketing that you did or that you are doing. The world is your oyster in the marketing land at the moment. There are plenty of things those people can do in 5, 10, 15 minutes a day that over time will have a dramatic impact on their position in their niche and within the group of potential clients that they want to be functioning in. So if you're thinking that the only thing they could be doing is going out for 2-hour lunches twice a week, that's not necessarily true. There are other things they can do. And if you just haven't thought broadly enough about how they might be able to execute, or for that matter, if you are a junior lawyer looking at partnership and you haven't thought about this and you're facing this problem, be more creative, okay? There are plenty of options for things you can be doing right now, irrespective of your level, irrespective of how much time you believe you are having to spend on billable work. There is always something you can be doing. So don't let these kinds of excuses necessarily get in the way of your career advancement. Sure, you might not be able to write the enormous treatise on topic X, and you might not be able to spend 100 hours preparing for a half-day seminar, but there are things you can do. And I'm not going to go into all of them now because that would take me too long, ironically enough. That is all I wanted to say for today. Think about it honestly, be good communicators with each other, and be creative about what marketing you can actually get done. Don't take bad excuses and turn them into career killers. And that's really all I had time for. I'll see you next time.